Man accused of killing an Ohio State student could face the death penalty when his trial starts next year. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Taylor.
I'm Colleen Marshall. A judge rejected 3 defense motions for Brian Golsby today. The convicted sex offender now charged in the kidnapping, rape and murder of Reagan Tokes.
You may remember her body was found last February in a Grove City metro park days after she disappeared after leaving her job in the short north.
With 2 months until he is scheduled to go to trial, Golsby returned to court today, quietly sitting as his attorney and prosecutors met with the judge on several key motions that have been filed in this very high-profile case.
NBC4's Ted Hart is live at the county courthouse tonight with the latest developments on today's hearing. Ted?
Yeah, and the judge ruled on several of those motions today. He threw out a defense motion to do away with or to not include the GPS data that was collected from the ankle monitor that Brian Golsby was wearing. And he also ruled on a couple of motions having to do with questions surrounding the death penalty specifications. One of the defense arguments was that the state and Franklin County are guilty of racial bias in the way they pursue the death penalty in some cases and not others. Defense attorney Court Gatterdam tried to convince Judge Mark Sarrett that Golsby would have been treated differently had his victim been a black girl in Linden.
Would he have faced the death penalty?
Oh, I think he would have.
I think the statistics show otherwise, with all due respect. And that's why I think this motion is relevant. I think it's important, and I don't think the death penalty is appropriate in this case.
The defense cited a study that concluded a disproportionate number of black males are indicted with death penalty specifications in Ohio and argued that the system is plagued with racial bias. Prosecutor Ron O'Brien argued that statistics don't tell the whole story and that this is just one case where the defendant's actions and criminal background earned him a death penalty indictment. He said his office does not consider race.
Review these facts and circumstances without regard to race, and the chips fall where they may in terms of seeking an appropriate penalty.
And the judge overruled that motion and also overruled another defense motion that asked to put the trial on hold because a state lawmaker has introduced legislation to abolish the death penalty. The judge said that it would be unfair to Golsby and to the victim's family and to others to put that trial on hold while lawmakers debate that issue. Live at the courthouse, Ted Hart, NBC4.
Ted, thank you. Following their daughter's murder, the parents of Reagan Tokes are working with lawmakers right now to reform Ohio's criminal justice system. Legislation named in her honor is currently being considered in the House and the Senate. The bill has bipartisan support and focuses on 2 main issues. The first, the result of an NBC4 investigation regards how and who will monitor parolees when they're released from prison. The second, the sentencing of violent offenders. And you can count on NBC4 to continue to follow the Reagan Tokes Act. To see our complete coverage on this story and follow updates, just head to NBC4i.com or download our mobile news app.